the most injury-prone player. When you look at running back, look at receiver, look at tight end, who is that guy that you're circling?
Yeah, well, there's a couple guys that I considered for this one. And the guy who is higher than the rest of the position, at least in our data, is Deebo Samuel. And that is because he carries more than any other wide receiver, really. So it's just more chaotic hits by bigger people. And as a result, has a higher injury risk. His specific distribution puts him at 20% higher than the baseline wide receiver.
He basically has the increased injury risk of a running back, which is why he also has the highest injury risk on our Injury Finder app. It's the same concept that you guys are looking at. If you take more hits than other players and you have the injury track record, if it's both things, right? If you're Bijan Robinson, you're coming in fresh and you're young, you can take a few more hits and your injury probability is still going to be lower than, say, a Christian McCaffrey, even if you're taking more hits, right? Because Christian McCaffrey has the age and the injury track record, right? That increases his probability of missing games, right? But when you're Deebo Samuel and you're playing a type of receiver that no one else plays, and you're getting like 20 more carries out of the backfield than any other wide receiver in the NFL, that is going to ratchet up your probability of getting hurt, even if you're coming in to the season with a pristine body, right? No injuries in recent memory and been working out with special trainers and special stretchers and everything else and nutrition and all those things. It's like, hey man, you're volunteering with your play style to have many more collisions with NFL defenders than any other wide receiver. That's just what the data is going to come back and tell us.
You're exactly right. And it does give him some upside too, production-wise, but that risk for me is why I've been avoiding Deebo Samuel the last 2 years in year-long leagues. The other guys you look at, of course, we talked about OBJ and Michael Thomas. The guy we didn't talk about who could be potentially a career ender is Tua. And you have to really look at him as a guy who, especially any concussion, you're looking at probably a 4-week type of absence at least, rather than the standard 2, just because of how profile everything was last year. And then he's been injured beyond just the concussions. He's been injured about 5 years in a row now. So that's a guy, unfortunately, I really like rooting for Tua, because he's had such bad luck with the injuries, but he's a guy who I hope he gets the ball out quickly, and I hope that O-line is ready for the challenge.
Sure. Can't draft him. Tua is one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL, just in terms of pocket awareness. He takes a lot of blindside hits. It seems like he just doesn't see defenders coming.
Any other QB with a bad O-line is that you got to get the ball out quick, and even when you do, those hits rack up.
Hey, you like that video? Be sure to subscribe and activate those alerts so you get notified as soon as new videos drop. And be sure to check out playerprofiler.com. We have all the tools for you to dominate every type of fantasy league. We have a draft kit, Dynasty Deluxe, data analysis, DFS Dominator, and don't forget the player rankings to rule them all.